Hi everyone, it's Lisa with Keeping It Pure. Today I'm going to share with you how to change your eating habits. And many people struggle because there's so many diets out there that we just don't know what to do. So we get overwhelmed and we get frustrated. Well, today I'm going to share with you 7 quick tips that you can implement into your lifestyle that is going to make the biggest difference for your health. So we all know that eating the wrong types of foods cause inflammation in our bodies. And we know over a period of time that this inflammation can cause all kinds of havoc on our body. It can cause diseases and illnesses. So we really need to get control of what we're eating. So I'm going to share 7 quick tips with you. And my first tip is reduce. Reduce the amount of sugar and breads and white flour that you're consuming on a daily basis. Did you ever think about how much sugar you consume in one day? Did you know that the American Heart Association says that we should consume no more than 6 to 9 teaspoons of sugar a day? But the average American is consuming about 40 teaspoons a day. And if you drink soda, you can get up to 10 teaspoons in 1 can of soda. So you can see where that can add up and be much more than 6 to 9 teaspoons. So you can start today by reducing the amount of sugar and bread you eat. So if you have coffee in the morning or tea, instead of having 2 teaspoons, cut it back in half. Cut it to 1 teaspoon. If you have a sandwich for lunch, take one side of the bun or the bread off and just eat 1 slice of bread. So just start cutting back on your amount of breads and sugar, everything you eat. If you have to have that donut, which I hope you don't, cut it in half. Just eat half of that. Studies show that when we eat sugar and breads, it causes an insulin spike in our body. So those spikes will cause inflammation. And my number 2 tip is introduce. Introduce more whole foods into your diet. So that would be anything that is grown that you can probably mostly plants or vegetables, any kind of plant that you can bring into your home that you can eat that is fresh, that is not packaged. So when I go to the grocery store, I walk around pretty much the outside of the grocery store. So I start at the fruits and vegetables, go back to the meats. Staying in the outside area of the supermarket and away from the inside aisles is a much better decision. So you don't want to be buying those boxed and processed meals that you're going to find in the middle of the store. And this will help you from buying those items because you know if you buy them and bring them home, you're going to be tempted to eat them because you know they're in the cupboard. Number 3 tip is sub out. Start making decisions to eat something that is more nutritious than something that is not going to have any nutrition to your body. And I know we all crave things, and I'll give you an example. Once in a while, I crave a big bowl of spaghetti. So what I'll do when it's in season, I go to the store, get a spaghetti squash, cut it in half, put it in the oven with some oil and garlic on it, and bake it. And then I'll scrape that out into a bowl and it looks just like spaghetti and put a little bit of spaghetti sauce on it. And it's delicious. And if you go to eat those Oreos in the cupboard, go for something else. Have some raspberries, strawberries, grapes. They have a good sweetness to them. Try to stay away from the melons like the cantaloupe and the watermelon. Don't eat those as much. Limit yourself to those because they are high in sugar. The other thing is chocolate. If you crave chocolate, and we all can crave chocolate once in a while, right? Well, I have an answer for you. This is cacao. It comes from the cacao bean, and it is very good. This one is 72% cacao. They have different brands out there. I have this one here. It has salted almond. This is 70%. It is dark chocolate. So at first it may be a little strong. So what I do is take little pieces off and have a little piece a day. That's my chocolate treat. And then here's another brand they have 60% is what I eat. And then here's a stronger one that my husband eats. It's an 86%. So those are good options when you want some chocolate. Just take a little block off of it and it will satisfy your craving. My fourth tip is to prepare. So you want to prepare some little snack bags or little snack containers, and you can put them in your fridge or have them in your cupboard so that when you're running out somewhere or you're hungry for something and just need to crunch on something, you can have these little bags to take with you. You can make up some carrots, some grapes, celery. I also get some mini rice cakes. I like those. Those are much better choice than getting chips or pretzels or cheesies or something like that. So have those prepared where you can just grab them. Number 5 tip is create. Be creative and make some dishes that are good for you and your family. Even if they won't eat them, you can have them through the week that you can go into your fridge and warm up and you'll feel satisfied. I know for me, vegetables, I don't get enough of those, so I will make through the week some vegetable soup. And I can have it for 3 days in a row for lunch. And I put cabbage in it, green beans, I'll put peas and snap peas and just all kinds of different vegetable, carrots and celery. And it's very yummy and I get satisfied with that. There's other things you can make like roasted vegetables. I love roasted vegetables with salmon cakes. That's another one of my great dishes I love. And all you do with that is cut up different kinds of vegetables. I use sweet potatoes, carrots, and beans, and I put olive oil on them with some sauteed garlic, and they are yummy, and they'll last in the refrigerator for 2 days, or 3 even. So be creative and make some dishes that are gonna be good for you. And number 6 is think ahead. The worst thing is to be going out to a party or out to a restaurant when you're starving and you just want to eat everything in sight. So you might order, something that's not good for you. Or you might go to a party and eat big piece of cake and all the other foods they have there. So think ahead what you're going to be doing, and before you leave, eat some snacks. Go to your fridge, go to your cupboard, and get some of those baggies of snacks and eat those so that you're not starving when you get there, and then you make bad choices. And my number 7 tip is mindset. Don't think of this as a diet. It's not a diet. We have been used to eating the wrong way for decades, so it's going to take time to make these changes. It won't happen overnight, but you're going to be more aware of the decisions you're making. Don't get discouraged and always reward yourself with something special. If you do good for a week, reward yourself with a tiny little ice cream cone or whatever you like. I hope these 7 tips have been helpful. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time.